And now we've got Ozzie out. Bailey and Ozzie, litter mates, housemates, 10-month-old English Springer Spaniels. And Ozzie is having the same session as Bailey did, working on foundational skills of recall and stay. These two complement each other because they are opposites. We either want the dog to stay put or we want the dog to come to us. It's very simple, but the dogs struggle with it. Why do they struggle with it? They are not used to listening. So they're not used to holding still without restraint of a leash or the bribe of a treat. And they're definitely not used to coming when called, off leash, at a distance, outside. So we're adding distractions like the Tonka truck. The Tonka truck just represents something the dog either wants to run towards or maybe they want to run away from it. Maybe they're scared of it. Either way, the dogs learn to stay. I like to see the dogs using that down as the coping skill. We've been working on down off camera. We're also working on that release, which is the break command. It means you're free of command. Obviously, still can't run away, still can't run off the hill, still can't jump on us or bark, but you're free of command. The other thing we're going to start doing is building on the recall. So tone and the verbal COME, and then Josh continues to walk backwards. And this is creating what we call a follow. And this is what we do before we teach the heel command. To turn this into the heel command, all we're going to do is turn around and start walking forward. He is expected to follow in the straight line. We also call this railroad tracks. It's way harder than it looks because he's got a lot of options. We're not restraining him. So we're asking him to listen to us fully at 100%. What a good boy. When he is putting in effort and listening, he's getting nothing but praise and affection. Wow. That's how we create pride in listening. Wow, look at that attention. What a good boy. Both dogs have their own challenges. They have not been easy dogs, but we are seeing a big turnaround. A lot more care and attention put into listening. Love it. Good boy. That's a hard one. Good job. Good boy, Ozzie.
Start working on the stay outside out here and recall with Bailey.
That is a lot harder than it looks, you guys. You have no idea. So for one, this is a dog who's used to doing what he wants when he wants, okay? So that just means movement at free will. If he wants to go right, he's going right. If he wants to go forward, if he wants to go after that truck, he's going after that truck. All right, so for us to ask him to stay still outside without restraining him is huge. So that's why he's choosing that down as his coping skill. We have been working on the down command every day now. So I think that's why he's choosing that. Good. So we use the Tonka truck because it's something that the dogs either want to run towards. We use the Tonka truck because it's something that the dogs either want to run towards or away from. Either way, they learn to just stay put. All right. Bailey is a dog who loves the social yard. He absolutely loves playing, but doesn't love sessions so much, but he's learning to. Actually, we're seeing big improvement. He didn't love listening at first, but now since we've started creating some pride in that listening, we're seeing him a little bit more excited during sessions. It's sort of like kids at school. You know how they would be in the math classroom versus how they would be at recess. Which do you think your child likes better? It's the same with the dogs. Okay, what Josh was just doing is a follow. Basically, he's taking that recall that Bailey has already learned and continuing to move backwards and asking Bailey to follow him in a straight line. Way harder than it looks. This is our pre-heel session. All Josh has to do to start heel work, which is walking nicely, is turn around and start walking forward. Another thing you'll notice is that we are not restraining Bailey. He's outside and we are not holding on to a leash. This is part of his training, is to just be outside, be around us, and not be trying to flee or run away. Here's that follow I was just talking about. obviously you're noticing we're not holding on to a leash, so he can run up the hill, he can run over to me, he can lay down and refuse to move, he can jump on Josh, he can start barking. He's got lots of options. Any option other than following him in a straight line will get information on the collar. Wow, Bailey, good boy. We're seeing a huge turnaround with him. From a dog who wanted nothing to do with listening. We told him to come, he would down. We told him to down, he would come, right? Something like that. To actually finding us relevant and listening to us and actually finding our commands something that he needs to find valuable. This is good boy. This is really hard. You know, something like sitting down like this after telling your dog to stay, a lot of dogs would just come straight over to you. So we're just continuing to build that impulse control with the stationary commands. Good boy!